Have you ever noticed that by the third week of January, the gym is suddenly empty again? We all know the statistic 80% of resolutions fail by February. But have you ever looked closely at that rare 20% who actually stick with it? It's easy to think they just have superhuman willpower or better discipline. But psychology tells a very different story. They aren't fighting their brain, they are hacking it. Here's the psychology of people who actually keep their New Year's resolutions. Number one, they don't rely on motivation. Most people treat resolutions like a hype train. They wait for that burst of energy on January 1st to push them forward. But the people who succeed understand something crucial about human behavior. Motivation is an emotion, and like all emotions, it is temporary. Instead of relying on how they feel, they rely on what psychologists call implementation intentions. This is a fancy way of saying they plan for the obstacles, not just the success. They don't just say, I will run in the morning. They say, if it rains and I can't run, then I will do 20 minutes of stretching in the living room. They pre-program their brain to handle failure before it happens, removing the need for willpower in the moment. Number two, they switch from avoidance to approach. Listen to how most people set goals. I want to stop eating junk food, or I want to stop scrolling on my phone. These are called avoidance goals, and the human brain hates them. When you focus on what you can't do, you create a psychological deprivation state. You feel restricted. The people who succeed flip the script. They use approach goals. Instead of stop eating junk, they say, I will eat one healthy salad for lunch. By focusing on adding a positive behavior rather than subtracting a negative one, they bypass the brain's resistance to change. Number three, they use the fresh start effect to change identity, not just actions. There's a concept in behavioral science called the fresh start effect, where temporal landmarks like a birthday or a new year allow us to separate our current self from our past failures. But successful people take this a step further. They don't just change what they do, they change who they are. They stop saying, I'm trying to quit smoking, and start saying, I am not a smoker. It sounds like a small detail, but it's massive. When your goal aligns with your identity, you aren't forcing a behavior anymore. You are simply acting like the person you believe you are. The lesson. If you want to be in that top 20% this year, stop trying to bully yourself into changing. Your brain will always fight back. Instead, build a system that works even when you're tired, unmotivated, and lazy. Because consistency isn't about intensity. It's about making it too easy to quit. If you want to understand more about how your mind works, click subscribe. Let's decode your brain together.